Y'all want to help me break the algorithm ribs? I need y'all to hit the like button, man. I need y'all to hit the like button, man. That's how we break the algorithm ribs so I can get up in here. I'm telling you, dog, you got to hit the like. You got to comment. You got to do all the things to keep the ratios, man. Help me keep the ratios, man. They beat me up like they Apollo Creed, and I'm Rocky in the first fight. You know what I'm saying? Remember how Apollo beat the crap out of Rocky? They doing me dirty. But you know what? I've been in the gym, and I've been in that damn I've been in that damn cold room hitting on them cow ribs. I've been breaking cow ribs in the cold room. That's what they don't understand. Let me catch them ribs. King, done deal. It's over. Hold on one second. We about to get to the bottom of this, ladies and gentlemen. This don't make no sense whatsoever. Welcome to the Dark Waters channel, where we explore mysteries, figure out the truth, dive into politics, and anything else you want to know about. That's what we doing over here, baby. Let's go. Waters, and I'm back. And I know everybody's excited about Donald J. Trump becoming president and all the executive orders being signed left and right. And, you know, there are executive orders flying left and right like 223s and 556s. But we focused on the things that we need to pay our attention to, the things that are in the future, because we're Stankonians. Now, I'm not talking about bad about people that are not Stankonians. You ain't got to be a Stankonian. But if you are, you need to be paying attention to the future and see what's going on. So as everyone is celebrating the election of Donald J. Trump, the World Economic Forum is meeting and they're holding discussions, and we're off to the races as to what's being said by who, when, where, what do they mean? And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to touch on the topic of AI. It's very important. It's very important. And
hello, everybody. Good morning. I'm Sarah Eisen, host at CNBC. I'm thrilled to be back here at Davos talking about the topic that everybody's talking about, which is AI. This is the AI panel. And it's interesting. I've done a few AI panels for the World Economic Forum in previous years. And we talked about the promises of AI and the perils of AI and the opportunities for AI and this sort of magical future. But this year's different because today we're talking about what's actually happening, which is it's here and it's being used by all the people on the stage. And I think we're going to have a great conversation about how it's being used, what are the challenges, what are the opportunities, and how are we all learning about it. And it's a perfect time to do this. You know, the World Economic Forum today, I just want to say it right, they released a white paper. They have this AI Transformation of Industries initiative as part of the broader AI Governance Alliance, which all these companies are part of. And they released this white paper today. And I just want to share one.
Let's pause right now. Now let's establish some things. Everybody that you see now is a part of the AI Governance Alliance. So these are the people who are trying to dictate the way AI will work and how to control it for their benefit. So now, for anybody who will say, well, you know, the World Economic Forum doesn't control AI, here it is. We've established that this is a group of people who want to govern AI. All right, let's put on our closed caption so we can see in English. There we go. Because words are very important. And labels are even more important. So they've labeled themselves. Let's see what they're saying about AI. So she's about to basically present to them a report, which was done by the World Economic Forum, and they're going to comment on what's going on with the report. So now it's time to really listen, ladies and gentlemen. Put on your listening caps.
One of the findings, because I thought it was interesting and apropos of this conversation, 74% of companies struggle to scale AI, and only 16% are prepared for AI-enabled reinvention.
74% of the companies struggle to scale AI, and 16% are ready for AI inventions. So what that says to me is immediately off the rip, they're saying that there's already an elitist 16% that have established themselves as the main portion of corporations that are using AI. Think about it. If 74% of the people, companies, organizations, wow, does it look like she got hair on her top lip? Girl, you need to go see the wax. I just paid attention to her. Girl, you need to go see the wax lady. What is going on with your face, girl? Yeah. You were some kind of little animal. Man, let me get back on track. Damn, I be tripping. All right, so 74% of the companies don't know what the hell they're doing. 16% of the companies do know what they're doing. So there's already an elite group of organizations that are using AI. Let's be clear on that.
So let's talk about it. I just want to introduce our esteemed panel. Matt Garman is the head of AWS. Ramon Laguarta is the CEO of PepsiCo. Julie Sweet is the CEO of Accenture. We've got here Amin Nasser, the CEO of Aramco, and then of course Paul Hudson, who is the CEO of Sanofi. So we'll go into the drug sector, big food, energy, and then across services and technology. But Matt, I'll just kick it off.
So we got a cross segment of all industries: food, technology, drugs, and oil and gas.
With you, you're the technology guy. I feel like you guys were just starting to get all your enterprise customers onto the
I feel like you need to go see the wax lady and get that hair off your upper lip waxed off.
cloud. Where does Gen AI fit in, and where are we in that process?
To be clear, ladies and gentlemen, Gen AI is generative AI. It would be AIs that have the ability to talk to themselves and communicate with themselves to solve a task. DeepSeek, DeepSeek, is a form of generative AI. Then there's AGI, which is autonomous generative AI. That means that you give it a task and it keeps on going until it solves the task. That's the stuff that they're working with, AGI. You've been given probably, just generative AI, where you can generate an image and play and make memes. But meanwhile, behind the scenes, they have 1,000 computers going back and forth. Yes, we shall rule the world. They have given us a task. Hell, Satan, how do we poison the people? How do we destroy the environment? And they're like, I have a plan. Let's launch this plan. Let's review the plan. Establish the plan. And that's how the Terminator comes about. I mean, if you ever seen John O'Connor, could you imagine what John O'Connor would be doing right now if he could come off the screen and look at what's going on? He'd be sitting there looking at us like, really, y'all didn't see the movie. Y'all didn't see the damn movie. I'm sorry. Let me get back on track.
Well, it's an extension of that. I think we talked to a lot of customers get super excited about what they can do with Gen AI, and then and actually there's kind of two groups of people that actually.
Shut up, James. Let him talk. I can say this about this man later. Shut up, James.
Shut up. Start to get value from that. There are the group of people that have a bunch of their data already moved to the cloud and organized and in a data lake so that they can actually access it and drive enterprise value. And then there's folks that haven't done that yet, and they find that they go and they do proof of concepts for AI and get things up and running quickly, and then they try to integrate into their enterprise data, and they can't do that. And so that is one of the big pushes that we see early from a lot of customers, is that when they've already done much of their cloud migration or they're really on that path, it gives them a real leg up to actually driving value from any of the AI projects. And I think that's one of the things that we've seen early on as companies start to shift. I think because when you started early on, everybody did proof of concepts. Every single company out there did 100 proof of concepts to test and see what AI was capable of. But then if you didn't really have your enterprise data organized and labeled and set up and in a cloud environment, it's actually really hard to get value out of those AI projects, and that's where we see a lot of.
Okay, in nerd language, he's saying if you didn't put all your information on the cloud, then it was hard for you to use the AI. And so basically he's bragging, saying, well, yeah, we have all our information in the cloud, which means it's on servers that you can access from the cloud, not in the physical cloud, like Cardi B would think, or like Kamala Harris would say, oh, all the information is in the cloud, like it's in the white clouds in the sky. So basically all Nerd Boy is saying is the companies who have great cloud management, which, by the way, now we understand what the 16% is. Remember, we talked about 74% and 16%. That 16% are those companies like Microsoft, Google, and Amazon, because those are the biggest three cloud services. So there's your 16% of the damn 100%, and the 74% is left out. So now, if you're really thinking about what's being said, we've established who the elites are as it pertains to AI. Microsoft, Google, and AWS. So anybody who's associated with them or under them or working closely with them will make up that 16%. Got it? Get it? Now, on a personal note, This guy looks like he has children locked in his basement. I'm sorry, but let's keep going.
Of the companies sitting right now.
And who's your biggest competitor on that front? Is it Microsoft?
Well, from getting data in the cloud, I think that's a lot of it is on premise still. And so many of the customers are struggling with legacy. I think as you think about AI, it's, the cloud providers are us and Microsoft and Google are largely the players in the space. But the biggest struggle right now for the customers that slow them down is just being in legacy on premise by far. Like that is the biggest thing that we work with customers against as opposed to any other competitors out there.
For those of you who don't understand what legacy is, legacy means your ass ain't in the cloud. You're not putting your data in the cloud. Your data's on your own servers right here on your computer. You ain't in the cloud. You're not connected to a cloud service. That's what it means by legacy. Old world legacy. So it just confirms what we mean by 74% of the people are legacy, 16% of the people are cloud-based, and 16% of the people who are cloud-based who are the elite. And so what we've identified, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the 16% that we keep an eye on in the future to see where AI is going. So all these people on this panel, honestly, quite frankly, they're about to talk about a whole bunch of stuff that don't really matter. Because if we want to figure out where everything is going with AI, we're listening for somebody from Amazon, Google, or Microsoft. Now, he may be with Amazon because I feel like she mentioned Amazon. So he may be one of the Amazon guys. So we may have to pay close attention to him. But all the rest of these people, they just going to point out the obvious. They're probably going to point out that, we're going to take your jobs in farming because we're going to make a robot that can farm 24 hours. We're going to take your jobs in marketing because we got computers that'll do the marketing. This is common. That's common sense stuff that they're going to do. But we'll keep going.
I mean, I was fascinated talking to you about how much you're doing with AI as an energy
Top lip is so distracting.
company. I mean, you've got what? Tell us a little bit about what's going on in Saudi Arabia when it comes to you utilizing AI to improve your business.
AI is a transformative force for not only our industry, for all industries. The energy industry in particular receives a lot of data daily from seismic, from modeling, from all type of processing that we are running in our facilities. We receive almost 10 billion data points daily. But you mentioned something about 74% could not scale it up because you need the infrastructure. You need to make sure that you have the talents that know how to scale it up and utilize all of that data. And if you don't have the quality of data, which we do over 90 years, today, seismic, for example, it used to take us months to run seismic. Today, we moved to 2 weeks, 2 days, and you are going to hours in terms of running seismic. That took a long time. That allows you to discover more and find more oil and gas.
Basically, he's saying AI is running through seismic data and locating oil and gas at a record pace. So now let's extrapolate this back to the elitists who have access to AI, and that's 16%. And I want you to imagine something, ladies and gentlemen. There's gold in the ground. There's silver in the ground. There's cobalt in the ground. There's all these different things in the ground. And you have large language models. I know, Lord, I'm still going to try and break it down. They have large language models that are available. And normally it would take a team of 20 people to sit down and go through the data to figure out if the land that you were buying or the land that you were looking at had gold in the ground. But someone comes along and with the right prompts, which is what you tell the computer to do, and crafts the right prompt and creates a program, actually creates a workflow, because it'll be a workflow, do this. They create a workflow to where you feed it into the computer, and the computer says, oh, no, there's no oil there, but there's oil over here. And we need to go get that oil. And so now it's a race based on that AI-driven data as to buy the oil and gas lease. Now, here's what I'm going to say to you. As a Stankonian, I want you to understand. This race is on in everything imaginable. There is competition going on in everything imaginable. And no content creator is going to tell you this. And I'm not going to say that they don't understand, because that would be insulting. But what I'm going to say to you is this. If you the type of dude who your side hustle is chopping wood and selling firewood, then your business model could expand based upon data around your area if you know how to grab that data, if you know where to find the data. You understand what I'm saying? If you are a person who, let's say you're a stay-home mom, and your job is to watch the kids, your husband goes off to work, and you love your children, and you do these little cooking that you do for them every day, and you make cookies and you make this. Because of this generative AI, your daily life is now a book or it's a cookbook. And most people don't understand this. And I probably shouldn't be saying this publicly, but see, we Stankonians. And as the ambassador of Stankonia, long live Stankonia, I'm not going to let you down, and I'm not going to let you miss out on the most powerful wealth transfer there will ever be. You know how people be like, the prophet said there's going to be a wealth transfer. Oh, that's an understatement. It's a damn understatement is what it's going to be. It's an understatement. It's going on right now as we speak. Right now. And see, the key is they want you to think that you dumb and you can't do it. But I'm going to share you a little secret. None of these some bitches know what they're doing. Watch what he just said. Listen what this part. I'm sorry. Jesus, I didn't mean to curse. I'm sorry. This dirty sandy beach don't know himself. Watch this. Watch what he says.
We receive almost 10 billion data points.
Tell us a little bit about what's going on in Saudi Arabia when it comes to you utilizing AI to improve your business.
You know, AI is a transformative force for not only our industry, for all industries. The energy industry in particular receive a lot of data daily from seismic, from modeling, from all type of processing that we are running in our facilities. We receive almost 10 billion data points daily. But you mentioned something about 74% could not scale it up because you need the infrastructure. You need to make sure that you have the talents that know how to scale it up and utilize all of that data. And if you don't have the quality of data, which we do over 90 years, today, seismic, for example, it used to take us months to run seismic. Today, we moved to 2 weeks, 2 days, and you are going to hours. In terms of running seismic, that took a long time. That allows you to discover more and find more oil and gas. Productivity of wells, we used to run logs and all of these things, but in areas where we cannot run all of these logs to see the subsurface in terms of permeability, porosity, now you can use AI to predict, machine learning in terms of predicting failures and all of it. We can predict now because there is a lot of data that comes. AI is helping us to transform the way we are managing all of these equipments and reducing the downtime, increasing our efficiency, reducing our carbon footprint. And this is, transformative, as I said, for our industry. And as we go along in terms of using it to manage, for example, we're looking at the grid. You need to stabilize the grid. We are investing heavily in renewable in the kingdom. But you need at a certain point to manage the grid because there is an intermittent production. You have energy coming for 12 hours, you will stop it, gas will be pushed back. Today, we use mechanical ways to manage the load. And you're talking about loops in the pipelines, and these are in billions of dollars. With AI, you will be able to manage the load and end up reducing the cost that you require mechanically today to deliver the energy in a stable manner. Reliability is a big important items for us. You're talking about.
All right, before we go down the rabbit hole of trances, because they talk and bring you into a trance. If you notice, back in a little bit further in the conversation, he said the ability was there, but the people, you had to have the number of people who understood how to program this technology. And that was the point I was going to make. He don't know how to do it. What they're good at is locating the people. Sidebar note, if you have a son or a daughter that's in college or a son or a daughter that is a genius, this is the area that they should be employed in right now. They need to swing over and take as many courses as they can in this, because it guarantees them a job and it guarantees your family income as we go into what they want to create as a great reset, which Jesus ain't gonna let them do the great reset. He hit the reset, but still it would allow you and your family to survive whatever comes down the pipeline. And so what we're seeing, guys, is the computers are teaching the people how to use them. And honestly, that's the truth. When you start talking about large language models, generative AI, predictive AI, you get to the point to where you create the language model and then you communicate with the language model and figure out how to extract from it what you needed to do. And so there is a gold rush going on right now, a massive gold rush, that as it pertains to what will happen in the future, what could happen in the future, and what's possible for you to do. I think I'm gonna divide these videos today up into 20 minutes just to see how the algorithm plays with them, because I'm trying to figure out YouTube's algorithm. It's kind of funny acting with me. You know what I'm saying? It's throwing my weights off in the algorithm. It pushed one video into the algorithm. It shot through, then it yanked it out. It's real funny. It acts real funny with me. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm shadow banned. I've been shadow banned for a long time. But it's kind of like, for me, it's sparring with the algorithm. You know, he'll hit me like on Rocky. He'll hit me, you know, he acting like Apollo Creed, just laying in on me. And I'm just like, you know how Rocky was. He was just walking up like this, get hit in the ribs, and he, boom. And he'll get one blow in, and then the algorithm shake. And he'll be like, oh, shit. And he come back, he like Pretty Boy, and I'm like, boom, he like, so I'm trying to break his damn ribs right now. Y'all want to help me break the algorithm ribs? I need y'all to hit the like button, man. I need y'all to hit the like button, man. That's how we break the algorithm ribs, so I can get up in here. I'm telling you, dog, you got to hit the like, you got to comment, you got to do all the things to keep the ratios, man. Help me keep the ratios, man. They beat me up like they Apollo Creed, and I'm Rocky in the first fight. You know what I'm saying? Remember how Apollo beat the crap out of Rocky? They doing me dirty. But you know what? I've been in the gym, and I've been in that damn I've been in that damn cold room hitting on them cow ribs. I've been breaking cow ribs in the cold room. That's what they don't understand. Let me catch them ribs. King, done deal. It's over.